Good evening. How are you? I'm glad you're fine. Look, the moon looks so beautiful. It brings back so many memories, right? There was a moon just like this the night we met. I'm sure its presence can counter. That day, my classmates were picking on me, and I was crying in the park. Then, you consoled me. You were a complete stranger. I was so embarrassed that I couldn't even look into your eyes. When you went to buy something, I ran away. I'm so sorry that I disappeared out of nowhere that day. And half a year later, school started. You saved me from bullies. After I looked into your eyes, I knew you were the boy from last time, but apparently, you don't remember. That's when I started believing in destiny. Sorry for not thanking you that day. I was so happy that I had no idea what I was supposed to say. And after that, you helped me with the gardening club, and we studied together. I was saved so many times thanks to you and your kindness. I can do anything for you. That's what I thought. But you were nice to other people, and not just me. Even when you started dating me, you were nice to other girls. I'm your lover, so Miss Kuromoto shouldn't have interfered. Just because she's your childhood friend doesn't give her the right to. It's not okay. You said that you knew her since childhood. Then you ignored me. When you were with her, I was so lonely. But you didn't notice. I was so scared. It was so painful. I was worried that you might fall in love with Miss Kuromoto one day. That's why, one day, I made a decision that Miss Kuromoto must disappear. I know my decision is not something accepted by society, but for me society is. No, you're my world. There's no replacement for someone like you. Nobody can replace you. If you say I should be a sinner for you, I'll endure any sin. If you would look at me, I'll do anything. I did what I had to do. Thanks to you, I was encouraged. When people bullied me, everyone picked on me. But not anymore. Nobody bullies me anymore. They don't say anything. During classes and during recesses, I can spend time by myself. There is still something. The fact that I can't go with you to school anymore. But when I came back home, you always wait for me there. I'm so happy. I'm sorry. I should water it more. Flowers are beautiful, right? If you take care of them, they grow. This is one important flower for the two of us. I'm sure it'll bloom beautifully. What were we talking about? Right. We were talking about Miss Kuromoto, right? I still remember that night. I told Miss Kuromoto to come to the school's backyard. We talked to one another for a while. He's my boyfriend now. So please maintain your distance, I told her. And then she called me a thief. Kuromoto-san was in love with you all this time, right? But calling me a thief? This isn't a serial novel. It sounded so ridiculous. I couldn't stop laughing! But, leaving words aside, she was being too stubborn. I already saw it coming. Taking to her was useless. So that's why I killed her. Weird, right? She thought that my shovel from Garden Club was some sort of weapon. Well, she covered her head, but she still left her so defenseless. This is a tool to shovel rocks and soil, so it was obvious I was going to stab her with this. After that, I caved the inside of her stomach. Now, it's nothing but a fertilizer for the plants! But the most troublesome was Nagisa. Because she's your sister, I decided to go easy on her. Since you haven't returned to your house, she started spying on me. She claimed that I was confining you. I'm not confining you, right? You're just living with me now. Taking away from that place was a good decision. If you live with that little sister of yours, you'll always be a prisoner. She was also too stubborn. She entered my house a few days after. You saw her too, right? I'm sorry. At the moment, Nagisa was too worried. Good that she came when Mom and Dad weren't here. She looked for you from roof to the bed. If my parents discovered that I let such a rude girl enter my house, then they'd be mad at me. I'm sorry. In spite of that, it's true she's still your sister. Don't worry, I didn't do anything to her. But I wonder if she was really looking for you. She didn't notice you were there, even if you were in front of her. At the moment, I was planning to kill her. But I couldn't show you such cruelty after all. As a good girl, I endured and spared her. Just because your appearance changed a little bit, such a thing doesn't make you unrecognizable. Even though she said such a brother complex in the end, her feelings for you weren't truly that special. She looked so frustrated as she gave him up and returned to her house. It was so funny and pitiful at the same time. It seems that she still finds me suspicious, but I don't care about it anymore. Because you'll stay with me forever, and you'll look at me with those penetrating black eyes, with your friendly smile. Even though your face is white now, I still love you. The way I love you is completely differently than the way those other girls did. It's my dream to take care of those flowers and see them bloom. Also, this flower that symbolizes you, I think it will bloom in 2 or 3 days. Finally, our wish is coming to reality. I wonder how beautifully this flower that feeds from you will bloom. I am looking forward to seeing that. Well, good night. I'll love you for eternity.